For the past month, I've been here at my parents' house. But I just looked at the weather report and I just saw this. Winter storm warning. Now, I'm currently in New Jersey, not in Speculator, New York, but there's a winter storm coming. And when I show you the snow totals, you understand. Boom. Right there. 10 to 20 inches. Now, I know many people would probably be running south when they see those types of snow totals, but I haven't done a particular activity in the snow in a very long time, so I'm actually hopping on my bus, driving 3.5 hours. It's supposed to start snowing in about 4 hours, so let's hope we beat the snow and go enjoy some winter fun. Alright, we got about an hour left. I've got news from some friends who are already up where I'm headed, and the snow's already starting to fall, so great news. I'm really excited about that. Also, public service announcement. We had a little bit of an accident while we were driving. I just want to say that everyone, truckers, buses, cars, we all need to be nicer to each other because I can't stop as quickly as other people. So when you pull off an exit and cut in front of me and I have to make a sharp turn, I lose all my dishes, which isn't exactly fun. But the weatherman did say that there's going to be like 20 inches of snow coming to where I'm headed. So because the weatherman said there's going to be snow, I should probably go get some essentials. Also because I am knowingly and willingly driving into a snowstorm where I'm probably going to get stuck. So going to buy food is probably going to be the best thing I could possibly do. So we're here at Wally World to get some food. Back on the bus, dishes are clean. I put an extra jacket on because it is like super cold outside and it's just chilling the bus down so quickly. But we have to get back on the road because I got another report from my friends. The snow is coming down even more up the mountain. So let's go. Have we ever gone drifting in a school bus? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. So let's head out. Well, we made it, and many of you are probably wondering, why did I just drive into a snowstorm when like Jax and Dean and Badge and all of my friends are in Arizona staying warm? And that's because of those guys right there. And if you don't know what's in those trailers, I'm gonna show you. Well, I'm all bundled up, got my thermals on. Not as cold, hands are a little cold, but that guy, I gotta uncover him, get him started because it's snowing, which means that thing should be running. We've got snow, and a lot of it. Which pretty much means that it was completely worth coming up here, and the weatherman was actually correct in like, there's probably at least like a foot, probably more. It's probably closer to like 15 inches, and it's still supposed to snow for quite a few hours. So, this guy's definitely gonna see some action today. Well, can't beat the view. But I gotta say, this video is not necessarily just about me snowmobiling. I kind of wanted to talk about bus life in the winter. For anyone who hasn't gone snowmobiling before, this is like East Coast trail riding. I'm on the side of a river right now heading towards a lake where there's some good deep powder. But I wanted to talk about bus life in the winter and how I do bus life in the winter. 2.5 years ago when I built my bus, I wasn't really intending on spending a lot of time in cold climates. Last night was -17. Right now it's about -2. And honestly, that's not really great for a bus, and especially my bus. So I always plan on kind of heading south and enjoying the warmer climates, such as a lot of my friends are right now, such as Dean, Jax, Badge, nomadic movements heading down to Belize. So they're all in warm climates, but for me, this is what I love. I love snow, I love winter, and well, my bus just isn't really great for that. So let's talk about that and how maybe if you want to do a little bit more winter stuff, what do you have to do differently to make sure that you're going to be able to survive in the winter? So here's the reality of my bus and winter bus lifing. So my bus has exterior water tanks. It's got exterior plumbing. It's got board insulation with really about R7. So you don't really have to know much about insulation building or anything to know that outside water tanks and R7 insulation is not gonna cut it for, really like 30 and below. But I can feel that the temperature is starting to drop out, so I think it's about time we go rip some of this powder and start making our way back to the bus. Break to cutscenes. Day's coming to an end. Day's coming to an end. We're putting all the sleds away. We've got my friend Mr. Witten over here. And we've got some new friends here with their trailer. So we're just gonna be putting the sleds away and closing it up for the day. Cause it's getting cold. I think it's supposed to be like negative 20 tonight. So it's definitely getting cold. All right, well, it's time to go stand next to the fire and try to get a little warm. But I wanted to continue the conversation that we were having out on the lake about how to live bus life in the winter, and is it even possible? For me, I don't like to admit it, but no, it's not really that possible. Anything below 32 degrees, I am burning a lot of propane, and it is very hard to stay warm. And that is for a very specific reason. People ask me all the time, hey Mike, if you could change anything about your bus, what would it be and why? And the answer really is nothing, because when I built my bus, it was built for the purpose and intention of my life at that time. So at that time in my life, I was going to Alaska for the summer and I was heading south to Florida, Arizona for the winter, and that bus was perfect for me. But as my life is developing, I've begun to start to miss winter a lot more and more, and specifically all of this snow. But the issue is that my bus isn't exactly made for that, so I need to modify my lifestyle. So in the winter, I have to drain all of my water tanks because everything pretty much freezes. And to protect my water system for the spring, that's what I have to do. So I have two options. Either it's one, just stay in warm climates for the winter and I can survive. Or option two, venture into the snow and enjoy what I want to do, but like I said, I got to modify my lifestyle. So in this case, I just simply took over my parents' cabin. So I'm up here for about a week, snowmobiling in the cold, so I just simply went inside for a week, and that's what I have to do. But I don't want to make it seem like you can't live in the winter in a bus. Many people do. So what are some options for you, or what can you do differently than what I've done to be able to make your bus ready for the winter lifestyle? So the first thing I would definitely recommend is spray foaming your school bus. Mine is board insulation. This is the first bus I built. I don't build anything without spray foaming it at this point, just because the R value is so much better and you're getting a much better seal on the metal. The second thing is keep your water tanks inside the bus. Mine are racked underneath the bus, so they are completely exposed to the elements. It's completely fine in the summer and spring and most of the fall, and honestly it's kind of nice because when I finish driving it's usually a little warm, which, you know, kind of gives me some warm water down there. But in the winter, it's absolutely horrible because it's just gonna freeze. So I have essentially a useless water system in the winter. Once again, I didn't intend on living in the winter, and I didn't really intend on doing this, but as my life has progressed and changed, I've come to enjoy winter a lot more. So the water system on this bus doesn't exactly fit my lifestyle perfectly at this point anymore. Another thing that you can look into is heating. I have just one propane forced hot air heater. It's a RV unit, and it's right here. It is a great unit. It heats very well, but it burns a lot of propane, which is a cost. So for me, I think I would have rather gone with a wood fireplace or some type of auxiliary heat using the engine, or a diesel heater like a Webasto. There's many other options on the market, and if I would have known I'd be living this lifestyle, I probably would have done that from the beginning, whereas now I have to modify myself a little bit and modify this bus to be able to fit my current lifestyle. Another thing you might want to consider is finding a bus with diesel or engine block heaters and diesel tank heaters. My bus has both of those, so even in -17, this thing like starts just like that, which is really great. But what it really comes down to is you need to decide what type of lifestyle you want to live when you're building your bus, your van, or whatever type of rig you actually want to live in. Because what you put in and how you design it is going to affect what you can do within your lifestyle, just like the snow. So just something to think about. So obviously when it comes to winter, my bus is not exactly like cream of the crop, killing it out there. And most people, we don't really plan for winter because most of us head south. But as you saw in the video, I really enjoy winter and quite a few winter activities. So what I choose to do is eventually I'll modify my bus, but for now I'm just gonna enjoy the interior fire and just kind of live the balanced lifestyle of just going after the things that I really want to do, sharing the experiences with all of you, and truth be told, I'm actually heading to Florida in about 2 weeks.